So this video and the next couple of videos are going to be me doing up this bedroom. So when I first started this channel, this is what I wanted it to predominantly be about, was like the DIY kind of stuff. Now, I've done quite a lot to my house on the interior, and a lot of people say, oh, how did you do that? And I'm by no means a professional at any of the trades, but I will try my hand at everything. So I'm going to show you how I do everything with limited, I want to say, knowledge. We just kind of make up as we go along. And I want to say limited tools to an extent, because I do have a fair amount of tools. But anyway, I'm going to show you the obstacles I get over, problems I encounter, etc, etc. So we're going to start with the built-in wardrobes. Now, I've already started them. All I've done is made like the shell. There's no real skill to that. It's just a couple of cuts, screwed it together. Is it perfectly square? I don't know. But it's not far off. As you can see in that one over there, there is like a shelf bit. There's going to be drawers going into that section, and this one is going to have the exact same. So I'll show you how I make the cuts without having, I don't have a big track saw, but we'll show you, I'll get to that in a minute. I need to make drawers, and I need to make the doors, which that's going to be, I think, the real challenge. Yeah, I'll show you how to make some cuts, and then we'll go from there. But let me explain something to you first about these wardrobes. So problem one. I say problem one, obstacle one to get over. So you can see the height here. I'm not sure how much it shows on the camera, but this one is much lower. Now they're both perfectly level, but because the floor isn't level, it drops down massively on this side. So this one had to be raised up, like at this side, raised up to put it level. And then this one is sitting much further down, but still level. So what I'm gonna do is, because as you come in, let me move back, as you come in, the bed is going to be against that wall and the TV is going to be over here. So the bed's going to go along there. So as you look into the bedroom, as long as they look level at the top, or as good as damn it, we'll be good to go. They do have a base, which I'm going to be redoing, but I'll explain that when we get to it. So safety first when cutting MDF and all that. What I do is, I sellotape my hoover to that point because I don't know where the bag is for it. Plus I think a hoover's a little bit better to get rid of all the dust, because I think when you cut MDF, it contains something like formaldehydes, I'm not sure. I've seen it on Google and I remember it from tech in school. So I do that, and that's my extraction kit. What I need to do is, I need to measure 44 centimetres wide and 56 centimetres back. Now what I do is, I'm going to use this because I know this is straight-ish. I know the distance from that edge there to my blade is something like 31 mil, I think it is, or 31 or 32 mil. So I draw my line, I then move this 31 millimetres to the left, and then I cut it. So we'll get it all set up. I also bought these for $5.99 clamps that I'm going to use, which I never had for the other cuts. I'm going to use these to hold this still onto there, like so, and then I've got a rail to run my saw up. So with that bit that I just cut, that's the thickness that I need. So if I draw a line that way, that is then inside the cupboard. Going to be sat like that. No, it's not. Cancel that. I am talking rubbish. It actually needs to be 2 centimetres further in. Anyway, that's nice and easy to mark. 2 centimetres in from there. There. And that. Told you I don't have a straight edge. This is the bit of wood that I'm using. And it seems to be straight enough. So that's one internal bit. And then I need to just measure another one. So again, because my straight edge that I was using doesn't go all the way to the end to put a clamp on, just use another bit and just clamp it on like that. So make do, cut across this, and then down that way. That'll give me one of my internal sides for the drawers, which I'll explain when I go upstairs. I'll then, the bit I just cut out, I literally just draw around over here, cut that out, and take them upstairs. So I've cut the two internal bits, like where them drawers are going to be. So it's these bits, so they're going to go one there, the bit on the shelf. And I'll explain that bit when I go upstairs. So say for example here, where there's the tiniest bit of a lip. I mean, I don't know how much the camera will show that. All I do to then rectify that so it's as perfect as possible is I'll get my straight edge clamped back on there, 32mm in, and run the blade back up it and just make sure the blade cuts both of them, and then they're flush. The back bit I've made like so they're both even, if you know what I mean. So they're nice and smooth. So they're lined up perfect. And then that's how we get it so they're the exact same size. Then when it comes to do the drawers and things, I mean, I'm pretty sure 1mm or half a mil isn't really going to show up too much that you can't sand, plane, fill, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, get over. It's not the end of the world. So that's just what I like to do. Quickly clamp them together with the straight edge on it, run it up it. So you're essentially shaving off that 1mm. And then those two panels will be nigh on exactly the same. So that's how we do it. And then we'll go upstairs and I'll put it together. Right, so that's the two internal pieces done. Oh, fuck's sake. I've measured it. I've went off the wrong line. So these two internal bits I want sunk in 2 centimetres, which is what I've done on the other side. So let's get back down. One thing it does do is get you out of breath. See, having to make these cuts, run this wood up and down the stair, make a mistake, you've got to run back up and down. So this bit of wood here is actually warped a little bit, but it is what it is. We'll sort that out because I'm probably going to have some shelves, some shelving at the top. So here, I wanted them sunk back a little bit, and then the drawer faces are going to be flush with the front of this bit, not overlay or whatever they call it. They're going to be sunk in. So I just had a bit of a bit of a shelf here. Might go around it with a router, but who knows. Pure out of breath. I'm going to be breathing dead deep on this microphone. So yeah, I had to put this in here because there's going to be hinges on this side, obviously, because the doors would weigh a ton, so I'm going to need about 5 hinges. So the fact that they stick out, I've measured it roughly. I'm going to need some spacers, which, oh, luckily they're right there. And I can't remember what it is, about 6mm. So what I'm actually going to do is just stick a sheet. I say a sheet, I do have some offcuts from the old wardrobes of 6mm MDF, and I might just double the sheet up, I think. So that's going to go in there to make it symmetrical. So there'll be a bit of a gap there, but then it will have a front on it. And then this bit, a 6mm gap as well. And obviously up the top, but then like I say, there's going to be a front on the top there. So I might even take them back a little bit further. I don't know yet. Take them back slightly further forward, because then there's going to be a bit of front of 6mm MDF on the front here. Because I don't know why, I want to keep that little bit of a shelf. I think it looks quite good. So that's as far as I'm going to be going today. The next video, I'm going to show you how to sort out the base, maybe get them all screwed together. I need to also plaster behind this wardrobe, because there's a big massive bit of the plaster that's fell off, and I think it's just going to cause a breeze and potentially moisture and damp, I don't know. And I might put some insulation on the outside of them, because apparently if it's on an uninsulated outer wall, external wall, you can get like mould. But I don't know whether that's the right way or not. I might do a bit of research, but I might just stick a bit of insulation. I don't know. I might just even leave it. I don't know. Well, like I say, we'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I have no plan. I've had no plan for this at all. I just go as I go. It's not the most efficient way, but is it going to save me thousands of pounds? Yes. Is it tiring? A little bit, but we get on with it. So that's as far as we'll go, and I'll see you in the next video where we probably start putting it together and making some drawers. Catches.